Sunday, May 15th, 2022, the fifth Sunday of Easter. Glory and love are two repeated themes in this short gospel passage. It contains the essence of the teachings of Christ, the only commandment or principle he gave to build the kingdom of God. Love. Love is dispensed in small doses, in our feelings, our thoughts, and our actions. There is love when a mother cares for her child. There is love when a man and woman share their lives with each other. There is love when friends congregate, all in small doses. The most concentrated dose of love is a sacrificial act. It is expressed in giving up one's life to save others. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Jesus goes beyond that human standard and reaches to the divine realm of love by abandoning his life to people who do not even know him, let alone love him. All love, from that moment on, is measured according to the divine love epitomized by Christ. Glory is often misunderstood as victory over enemies, or as the manifestation of an unearthly aura, or as a production of magic. There are two ways glory is mentioned in the Gospels. First is Jesus talking about his own glorification. Second is the Gospel narrator commenting on glory. The latter seems to share the public perception of glory as victory, whereas when Jesus mentions his glory, he puts a concept of time with it, the hour of glorification. Jesus had a clear idea of what glorification meant and when it was meant to occur. He had reminded his mother and disciples that his hour had not yet come. All those predictions pointed to the revelation he makes in this part of the text, where he says, "Now is the time of glorification." Paradoxically, the glorious moments somehow connected or foreboded his painful end, and, very subtly, his resurrection. The Father is glorifying him because he chose to follow the plans of the Father and did not run away from his cross. Remember, Jesus spoke of glory as soon as Judas left to betray him, and the irreversible sequence of his trial, crucifixion, and death was set in motion. To the Emmaus disciples, he would say that the Messiah had to suffer and enter into his glory. Glory is the end of the suffering resurrection continuum. Jesus gives an extra accent to the now while talking of his glory. Every present moment is glorious. The glory is not in a future or past moment, but in accepting the challenges of the present moment, painful or otherwise. The awareness of the present saves us from the past and prevents us from compulsive preoccupations with the future. This does not mean that we should not plan for the future. But if the whole life is focused on planning for the future, the present, the glory of the real now, is lost. The call of the now is to be present to oneself, to be present to those around us, rather than to a past or a future moment. If we are captured by the moments of the past or future, we become prisoners of time. True liberation is found in being able to live in the present. For Jesus, Glorification included the choice to live the designs of the Father, being fully aware of his mission at that moment. That choice was not easy. When he overcomes the temptation to abandon the mission of the Father, the glorification is an applause to his victory, an applause to his courage to suffer, to sacrifice himself. The glory of the sacrificial choice is possible only out of love, out of a great love, out of a divine love. Interestingly, people who are preoccupied with the past or with the future are not great lovers. They often ignore the presence of those around them out of compulsion. One of the ways we become addicted to the past is in living a life of habits. Habits are great energy and effort savers. But becoming habitual to the level of being mechanical reduces the glory of the moment. We become prisoners of the past by trying to time travel and rectify past mistakes. In so doing, we fail to realize the mistakes that we might be making in the present. We may also become addicted to the future by perpetual dreaming of unrealistic plans. Planning for the future is part of our nature, helping us to avoid stress and dangers. But if the planning for the future is compulsive, the awareness of the present moment and its value is lost. Now is the time of glorification, by being present to oneself and to others, and to the joys and sorrows it brings to oneself and to others.